You told us that you tell us the story about the slave trade and how Ghana got their independence.
I will tell you tomorrow.
No, Grandma. No, Grandma. Tell us today.
Sit down. I will tell you my story. The transatlantic slave trade was one of the most tragic incidents in the history of Africa. Millions of Africans were sold as slaves to the Europeans and Americans. Seshe yenimbe na ketinka wokopo na warotu wonebo na free one ya menimu no ya nkompo keko nti be na asem kra no be meka try one unfaithful day in 1471 the white people arrived on our shores. We come in peace. We have brought some gifts for a little trade, they said. And then the villagers responded, but we have nothing to offer, nothing but this useless gold. And then they said, don't worry, we will take it. That was how we ended up trading our gold and natural resources. For clothes, gunpowder, and mirror. Na midrin hwa metias. Na bibini kra beye de wo wiase. Esa wala ehwe kwesi broni ni shoe. Ina na echa wana na ohye na timu hude ino wonya kwe. We decided to accommodate them. We gave them a place to stay. Little did we know, they began to raid the entire village with chains and weapons, marched us to the coast. The journey was long, and many did not survive. But those who did, they were locked in the dungeons like sardines, unable to move or breathe. Yet still, we sang songs of freedom. Home, home will I be when the sun will rise and the pain depart. Home, home will I be. Even now, I can still hear my distant ancestors crying. But you know, we cannot talk about the history of Ghana without talking about a legend like Osajifo. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Oh yes. In Nkrumah Tien Fichirwe Wankofel, way back in 1920. The young leader was very ambitious, determined to free us from slavery and our colonial masters. It was my grandfather, Denzel Augustine, that introduced him to the chiefs. In fact, it was the great people of Sekendi Takrade that rallied behind him in his quest for success. In a yenim there, Nkrumah Beye. But then he did not do it all alone. Himself, alongside J.B. Dankwa, the brainy, Legal Eagle, Akufo-Addo, Obechebi Lamte, the grand chess master, Moralata, and Akwaje, always planning and plotting. These boys came up with a strategy, all to no avail. We even went for war, which made the white men even more angry. And then they decided we will make them taste a delicious bowl of our favorite cuisine, banku and okra.
Hey, Grandma.
Oh yes. I was there. That was how Ghana gained independence on the 5th of March, 1957. In our quest for success, when they were done eating the food, they were very happy. And then they began to laugh. That was how we ended up solving our misunderstandings amicably. And Ghana, my African country, is free forever.
Yay.
Yeah, them now Toils of the brave that has brought results. Indeed, the toils of our prominent sons have brought results, Ampa. So, let us not forget, there is light at the end of the tunnel. We tell these stories to our young ones so that they can always remember our heritage and history. And sometimes it's the simple things, like a delicious bowl of our finest cuisine. Banku and okro can change history. Made the one I say.
Let's